Is my mic on? Where is the game? There it is. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the stream. Today we are going to be playing Esoteric Ebb. This game highly recommended from a handful of friends of mine, and from what I can tell, it's mixture of Disco Elysium with D&D. So that should be fun. So let's get into it. Let's see. We took new game. Warning ahead, I think there's going to be a lot of reading, which means you're going to be hearing my voice a lot. So if you're not into that, I totally understand, and I'll see you guys in the next series. But yeah, let's get into it. So we have all the D&D stats: strength, dexterity, constitution, intelligence, wisdom, and charisma. Background focus, punching bag, troll killer. Oops, new game. Okay, lore. Every shepherd knows the song. It bellows up the river. Earth lives in that sliver of land. Toward his limit, folk prayer. Strength measures your natural bodily prowess alongside a testosterone-fueled mindset. As a man, it is only proper for you to hone your figure and its capabilities, but why? The search for meaning is as vital as the struggle towards competency. Luckily, you already know your cause: to protect the innocent, to lead the weak, to sacrifice until nothing but your bones hit the pavement, to literally die. Become a zealot, regain your honor, set out on your divine mission. Cleric's unique. Okay, so this person is a cleric. I remember seeing up the game. Sorry, my hair looks weird. So let's see. Uses: higher strength allows you to equip extra items, be violent or manly in useful encounters. Religious fervor, aesthetic nationalism, and increased manhood. This is a little doodle. A high strength cleric votes for the party of Norvik, praised his dead guy, who's Bruce horizontal puzzle, punches big bad evil guys in the face, wants to become a real human hero, loves quest simple as. A low strength cleric is a sniveling rat, bows to anyone stronger, can't handle the banter, gives up when the going gets tough, is afraid of women, and doesn't care about quests. Funny. Let's see what's some pre-builds. So we have Primal Cleric, Trickster Cleric, Scholar Cleric, Beefy Cleric, and Unstable Cleric. Let's see. So if we're Primal Cleric, our highest stats are Strength and Wisdom. Our Dexterity is not great. We're not very smart, nor are we very charismatic. Let me see. Beefy Cleric. This one is more of an even yes, more apples, apple boy. Let me see. Scholar Cleric. A loner, thinker, a man of ideas. Let's see. Trickster Cleric. Let's see. Oh, I don't like being a cleric with a low wisdom score. That's not great. Scholar Cleric. I do. Oh, your strength and constitution is not great. Hit points aren't good. And what? Unstable Cleric. Ah! Background is little weirdo. What is this? You are a novelty to them, the boy who would do anything for their attention, for their approval. After 2 or so years, you got quite good at it. You get a +3 to charisma. Let's think about it. This is the problem with me, because I don't want. I'm that kind of type of person that's like, I don't want any negative because I want to be good at everything. You're a farmer's son who grew up in the city. Of course, you'd be an outcast. It took time, but eventually figured out how to cope with it. You have a +2 to Constitution and a +1 to Charisma. Wow, that is a very high Constitution. Dead cleric. Growing up alone, getting into trouble, training with the Earth Guard, devoting your life to becoming a cleric. What was it always? Object. What if I went punching bag and dead? I'm proficient in Constitution. Maybe one. Let's see. I kind of want a little bit. Maybe. Oh, let's actually read some of these. Dexterity. It is imperative to simply explain to these people that they have the right to choose. Belief in oneself is just. Wealth is built from within. Meridak Moonwatch, sights beyond reels. Dexterity. Measure natural reactivity, balance, and poise. The haste with which you express a witty remark or notice a nervous glance. And of course, your ability to gracefully avoid the consequences of your actions. It's about risk versus reward. It is that feeling of self-preservation when everything falls apart around you to grab as much as you can while the grabbing is good. To progress toward a new future full of freedom to those who look for themselves and can prosper and survive and promising no one else will. Let me... Oh, shoot. Hold on, let me... So, this is the current stat I want, but I don't think I want my proficiencies to be in this one, so it's 12... Hold on, let me... Really quickly. Sorry for the thing on my phone's going crazy. Stop phone. Okay, let's look at these backgrounds. Troll killer, you don't remember it, but sometimes you know how well your father died. Sometimes it motivated you. Sometimes it felt impossible to live up to. Kiosk kid, your mom wasn't around a lot, so you keep out her. She forced you to get a whole school job and you despise the smell of newspapers. Lore enthusiast, spending a lot of time alone in the city, you often end up in the Darien Library. The strange history of George William was a constant companion. I kind of like that one, or like a one about lore. Crowd pleaser. Inevitably, you ended up with the wrong crowd. You quickly picked up on the slang and the radical terminology, doing anything to get real friends. And little weirdo, you were a novelty to them. The boy who would do or say anything for their attention, for their approval. After 2 or so years, you got quite good at it. Asgalist activist, your friends soon introduced you to the rebellious belly of Norfolk. As a teenager, you spent years spreading chaos and worse, dwarf propaganda. Earthguard recruit. After your arrest, there wasn't much arguing about it. Your eagerly years in training drilled you in the city code virtues, but you survived. One friend. You really only ever prayed for that one thing during those lonely years, but the gods did not answer, so you learned to manage, as always. Acolyte, your knack for describing got your promotion and your clerical duties picked out of the ranks. You quickly showed devotion to your divine city. Tower apprentice. During the towers is an honor bestowed upon the few. It is also a terrible challenge, even for you. Who'd have thought the lectures would be so training? Arcane prodigy. For the first time in your life, you knew you were natural. You've always been known for a few cantrips, but real magic was something else. Power. So you have +2 intelligence and 1 strength. Palace pawn. As a rising talent, you often found yourself amidst the politicking of superiors despite your best efforts. It never ended well for you. Faithful harbinger. There was something wrong. Praying to a dead god whose whispers linger in the air, slowly fading. You are isolated among your peers. +2 constitution, +1 strength. Esoteric expert. You spend most of your nights seeking esoterical insight. A lonely life. Your findings were unwanted, but never never wanted by those in charge. Yet you never stop. Never. Revolutionary scribe. Disillusionment. A city with ideals not upheld. One day you chose a side, an emerging democracy. You wrote day and night for change, for glory. Abject apostate. No one likes you. When you're demoted for dereliction, no one spoke up against it, but it's fine. You'll be fine. After all, you're used to it. And then growing up alone, getting into trouble, training with the Earthguard, devoting your life to becoming a cleric. What was it always to like to end up in the river? Okay. Let's see, what do I want? Okay, so I want 12 strength, 10 dex. Oh, so wait, I'm proficient in... Wait, but this doesn't match up. Intelligence, charisma... Or am I still on, rebuilds? Am I still on beefy cleric? Let's randomize. And then I want... Yeah, it doesn't... Okay, let's go with that for proficiencies. I will not be Kiosk Kid. Okay, and then we want... I think I like that. Oh, Hi, Sean. Welcome. Let me give you a second. Let me get Twitch back up on my phone. Hopefully, it'll be back up on my phone so I can read chat. No, it won't. Okay. Okay, so we are going with this build. Yeah. Okay, let's do it. 5 days until the first ever election. An explosion erupts at the heart of the city. No one wants to deal with it, so they send you. A slow cleric lost in the hustle. Nothing but muscles with just the city. Complete your quests in any order. Don't be afraid to make interesting choices, and remember to be a real man. The campaign will take you from level 1 to 6. We'll play for about 5 to 8 sessions. It's a journey to put this together. I hope you have a good time, Chris. And a tip, if you level up, make sure to boost your favorite stat. Speak with dead. Let's see. Cast in time, 1 action, 10 feet, vocal somatic, burning incense. You grant the semblance of life and intelligence to a corpse of your choice within range, allowing it to answer your questions you pose. The corpse must still have a mouth and can't be undead. The spell fails if the corpse was the target of this spell within the last 10 days. When the spell ends, you can ask the corpse up to 5 questions. The corpse knows only what it knew in life, including the languages it knew. Answers are usually brief, cryptic, or repetitive, and the corpse is under no compulsion to offer truthful answers if you are hostile to or recognizes you as the enemy. This spell does not return the creature's soul to its body, it only animates the spirit. Thus, the corpse can't learn new information, doesn't comprehend anything, and that has happened since it's died, and can't speculate about future events. Okay. Standard speak with dead spell. Ooh, what are you? Sure. Truth and nothing else, a voice declares. What is your name? Okay, so I got a DC 8 success. Wrong. Your name is wrong. That doesn't say you're wrong, right? Wrong. Of course not. For you, see strength 12 success. Of course not. For you are the cleric. What? You are often referred to as the cleric. So my name is... Yes, speak it. Cleric? If your name... Oh, what was that? What was that? So if your name is what they call you, then that is it. Could be worse. Your answer. Another question from the darkness. What is your occupation? You are dead. Dead? How can you be dead? You're thinking, aren't you? Dead does not mean gone. What are you, a fucking poet? Look around. It's more than darkness. It's nothing all around you. What is an occupation in this context? Work, getting paid for labor. Didn't you have a job, something really important? Your class. Tell a voice about your class. What class am I? This is lower class. I'm awful at everything. Stay silent. Prisma. Honestly, since you don't know what you're dealing with here, I agree. It's probably smart to shut up. It takes a while before the next question is posed. What is your current goal? We need to find out who blew up the tea shop. Goblin Chieftain, she needs you. Tea shop exploded. Why all these questions? To find the Goblin Chieftain, is that why? A tea shop exploded? Unfortunately, yes. That's not good. I like tea shops. Great, I hate tea shops. They should be banned. I don't have any particular strong opinions on tea shops. In fact, I never think of them at all. It's like, that's not good. I like tea shops. They are lovely, yes. You may ruminate further on tea shops at a later date. There's a question to be answered. Your goal is, find the Goblin Chieftain? You know it to be true. No reply, no feedback. Then the voice asks, "What is your political affiliation?" These questions strike your entire consciousness, sending it spinning. The National Party of Norvik, of course. If you care for your fellow, vote for the Asgilus? Oop. My stream currently disconnected. Hopefully I think we're back. Second. What's wrong with my stream? Well, the VOD will keep up with it. Okay. If you care for your fellow, vote for the Asgilus. Free starters, maybe. Then again, you're no revolutionary. You just move way too fast these days. Elections are exhausting. I don't know any of these words. Don't worry, it doesn't matter. Just say whatever you think and it will be the most useful to you. Which is, just say you're apolitical. Let's go free starters. This is going off the election week. This is going off the rails. Might as well continue. Hang on. Voice is fading. This is the end. Final question. How did you die? Following your convictions. Drowning in the river. Same way you lived, unable to step out of uniform not for 1 second. Now's your chance. Break free. I fell into divinity. She took me whole. I died when he died. I am not dead. I kind of like the I am not dead option. The internet is currently fucked up. Okay, we'll just keep going. I am not dead. An interesting opening. There I am! Apple? There's so many apples. Day 1, March 22nd. Fresh start. Get up. Your body aches. It's stiff. You've been as if you've slept for days. Get ready for your glorious quest to continue. Look around you. Check your stuff. Wait, what is this quest? Let's look around. A circular stone chamber, a storage for apples and corpses. Those piles of apples. Is this Tolstad? Check your stuff. What stuff? Your hands dart around for your pouch and your uniform. Panic. Sweat. No spellbook, no mace. Face it, you've been robbed. Your legs shake. Tears begin to form. Deep breaths. Your belongings surely are here somewhere. What's this about a quest? Oh, hit points. Oh yes, a quest. You're on a quest to save the city. Interact with the highlighted words to receive a glossary entry. Earth be blessed. Journal update. Wait, how do I save the city? What is, wait. First 3 little spell slots. Okay. Sorry, apparently. Thing disconnected. It should be good to go again. Apologies for anybody that was in chat. Okay. How do I check my journal? It's city. Do I remember anything? Yes, everything is off, but your memory is intact. Your quest was given yesterday. Remember the tea shop? The tea shop. Yeah, the tea shop that blew up. Easy job. You'll be done in a day or two. Just a job. So I've done this before. A quest. I like those. Wait, how much time do I have? So to be clear, I need to figure out who blew up some random tea shop. Okay. More or less. Can I think about this first? Time is limited. It's just a lot to... Ooh, feel dizzy. You feel the weight of the Uthgard uniform. A dull pain takes hold. Wait, so... Yep, we're back. Sorry, Sean. Sorry about the connectivity issues. How do I check my journal again? Okay, so if I just click on it. Earthguard, the heroes of Norvik, keepers of the city, defenders of humanity, your brothers. Norvik, your home city, founded by your god towards the end of the Coast War, is built upon several layers of ancient ruins. The coast, also known as Jorswelm, it is a strip of land divided into 8 bands. The further inland you go, the closer you get into the infinite waste. It is theorized to be a ring of half-sphere due to the bend of the horizon. Your body aches, its contents rotting. I'm rotting? You must consume an apple now. If your stats are high or low enough, chimes will appear in your mind. They will suggest, inform, and offer unique paths, and trust them at your own risk. Let's see. I am very confused. Okay, thank you, voices in my head. Thank you, voices in my head. Can I eat this apple? Let's, a divine shrine covered in apples. The runes fill your senses as you approach. The color is faded, the monument is hollow, void of all life and divinity. And worse, it's covered in rotten apples. The sacred shrine left in its state, in all earth and all these people. Are these... Can I pray here? What exactly? The earth, of course. There are many gods listening to our prayers, always. Just remember, they might not respond so clearly. I'll think about it. You may pray as you wish. There's an internal element to it that's under a priest. A sacred shrine left in this place. Are these rare? No, you'll find shrines like this all over Norvik. These old things are still around, huh? Remnant of blindness and decay. Yet you were very much aware that this is not the worst you'll see. You have to fight hard to keep Earth's dream afloat. The city is lost, but not yet lost. Charity 10 success. How poetic. You're also aware this city was very much in need of change. A change from what? An honorable lifestyle, a city for humans to prosper in? Change from the stagnation and mire of decay. Earth's crusade brought triumph. The corruption brought after his fall is due to exactly that kind of filthy rhetoric. You're certainly allowed to be wrong in your opinion here. Stop complaining. I won't install anything. Remove the apple. It does not take long for you to move away some of the nasty apples from the front of the shrine. A small improvement, but in the big heart. Kneel? The shrine towers over you. You feel small. Cast spells, you must prepare them at shrines. Okay, so prepared spells can be cast when the cleric has reason to do so, either in or out of dialogues. Each cast expends 1 spell slot for the corresponding level. Okay, preparing spells. To the right, you may view the list of all your available spells. In order to cast spells, you need to first prepare them by approaching shrines, which are scattered throughout the city. For each spell you wish to prepare, fill in its empty slot. To the right, you may only prepare a spell if you have a spell slot corresponding of the corresponding level available. Okay, so is that the only one I can do? Collecting spells, DC. My spell DC is 13. Inventory. Oh, question tree. I can't look at it. A creature you touch regains a number of hit points equal to your D8. So is that the only one I have? Okay. Shrine of Earth. Staring at your chiseled monument, you focus your mind. You take a deep breath and continue your prayer. And tranquility. Contemplate the tea shop. You let your mind go through the basics of what you know. The tea shop was destroyed in the middle of the day. Minor injuries were reported. Your goal is to enter the tea shop and investigate it properly. That's it. Contemplate the election. The first election. Your vote won't matter. Your vote will be the most important of all. Ask those around you what they will vote for, and you might find your own voice along the way. Contemplate your class. Identity is not easy. It's everything from faction to home life to street. What you choose might be your first step. Choose wisely. Can I return here when I have more things to think about? Always. Yeah, sure. Can I heal here? Not precisely. The gods do not usually grant divine interventions for minor injuries. Do you think they care? If you want healing, you have to do it yourself. With the power channeled through Earth, yes. Come on, is it really channeled? The guy's dead, faded, and gone. You're most likely simply handling some esoteric leftovers smudged on the strings. Esoteric, the magic of Jor and his strings. The coast is infused with it. Of course you can hear, but only if you pray hard enough. Sure, why not? Let's try it. Ooh, fail. Okay, you focus your mind on Earth's symbol, his red eye. You recite a few words of remembrance before you sense the channeled strings around the shrine. They converge upon you. Oh, Huh, well, that's something. Sure is, but you sent there something you've missed. What were those words, the ones you learned in the towers? The home base of the Order of Arcane Clerics of Norfolk, also known as the Oaken? A servant of God, deeply devoted and spiritually connected, typically to divine spellcaster throughout their deity. Line, one of the 3 pillars of magic is represented by the sacred faith of all folk, their souls, and granted by gods who once walked among us. Okay, what other gods are there? Many, you know a few. So there's Earth, father of Norvik, and Toric the Gambler. You devoted your life to follow in his footsteps. So I'm devoted to Earth. Toric the Gambler, a trickster, a type of god only famous for his ridiculous ploys. Toric the Gambler is often seen as a silly goblin myth. In truth, there are a few goblins who still worship him after the conquest. Goblins are short and green. They got claws, fangs, little monsters. They've got 3 tribes in Norfolk and considered somewhat civilized. Monster, short for monstrosity, defined as a non-sentient creature born without magical, often combining various natural beasts from curses or esoteric events. Praying to Togig would, if you for some reason would get a response, only result in the exact opposite of what you wanted. Okay, I think I'm done. Okay, ooh. A vase of leaves smells lovely. Trifle. Ooh. It's a corpse under a blanket. You got stuff? Apple. Consume. Apple. I appled. Okay. Is my stuff? Sure, it's isn't it? The cloak is sprawled upon an iron slab. As you grab it, you immediately feel dampness spreading into your clothes. Ew. It is light blue and tattered. It was once yours. An Earthguard cloak add-on. It has been ripped to shreds at the base, but you could still use it. Please don't. This thing is disgusting. Let's bring out the water. The filthy liquid falls onto the floor of the stony chamber. It smells of salt water. Still quite wet. Weigh it in your hands. It is heavy. Did I wear this? Charisma says no. Of course you should wear it. The hood is perfect too for any decent rogue or ne'er-do-well. A lot of it's a little damp. You have to have it. I mean, I'll think about it. You reach for your fancy red pouch of holding. The cloak easily slips inside into an extra dimensional space with a satisfying slurp. I really love pouch of holding. God, I can fit so many items in this. I love my pouch of holding. I got an XP for that. Yes, you are very lucky. This kind of magic can go upwards of 10,000 crowns. Norvikian crown, the main coinage in Norvik. Of course, you don't truly own this pouch of holding. It is property of the state. Treat it as such. Shut up. It's yours. You can do what you want. Now go put on your cloak and rob some people. Reallocate some resources. Dexterity, no. Equipping items temporarily alters your ability scores. Great. Take that. Voting card. Wait, let's see. So if I do this, okay, so I have it'll up my dex, but it will lower my charisma. Oops. Well, that's cool. Journal, spellbook, inventory. A scuff voting card made out to Raghelm. It is from a dwarven office for some reason, and someone has checked all 5 parties on the list. You need to bring this to a polling place on election day if your voice is to be heard. Cool. Oops, I clicked the wrong thing. Inventory. You pick up the surprisingly thick piece of paper with a shaking hand. I gained 5 XP. This card has been slightly torn and clearly has been drenched at some point. At the top, it says Russ Court in bold lettering. You've unlocked a quest branch. Find more by speaking to citizens around Norvik. Right, there's an election. Oh. Nice to not think about it for once. We've never had one of those before. We should just get a God King again. It worked out great around last time. It's time for a damn revolution. Oh, we've never had one of those. How does this thing work? After you pick it up at a district office, you only need to check the box of one of the 5 parties. Then you deliver it on election day to the polling place. Although in your case, you need to write the name of your party you want in the corner along with your signature, since you filled out every box like an idiot. This is your one vote. You should indeed take care of it. Look at the list of parties. Nationalist, Party of Norvik, Freestrider, Revolutionary Party, Asgalist, Workers' Party, Agrarian Rule Party, Arcanist Party of Magic. And finally, the last box doesn't say anything. This is where you can input whatever you want, or you can just leave it empty for a null vote. Oh, 5 XP. The next box for each party is filled in with a smudge check mark, including the last empty. Are these all the parties? No. There are about a dozen other large parties in Norvik. Most have been subsumed over the last few years, such as the Civic League of Progressives, the Torch Union, the Order of Scales, the Hedonist Party, and the various guild parties. The Agrarians and the Arcanists are the only ones who have not joined the large party on the fallen side. Good to know. I just want to make sure that my intelligence is down or anything. So how would I... Can't equip text. Okay, so that's how you would do it. Okay, now I know. What's this? Divine scripture where it does not belong. Pile of apples. Can I take these? Stare at the pile of apples. Apples are good for you. Should these be stored along? Could I eat my way through the pile of apples? You can certainly try. You are not capable of carrying such a tremendous burden. It would be greatly beneficial. Ability checks. Roll a d20 with your modifiers to get a unique outcome. I will remove the bad apples first. You're changing the odds. Remove bad apples before you chow down. Your hands swipe over the surface of the apples, carefully plucking away any signs of spoilage. That's a lot of apple. Yes. Yeah, let's try. Yay! You look upon this challenge with determination. Your stomach is empty. Dig in. Digging in, the first apple goes down the hatch. Going smooth so far. Another one. The number 2 goes well. You chew in peace. Now the third. Yep, that sure was an apple. Going smooth so far. Next one. This one is harder. Your stomach fights the taste. It's getting difficult. One more should be fine. This is the limit. As you chow down on the apple, you feel your jaw ache, your hands shake. Apple overdose. Dangerous stuff. No such thing. Come on. You feel refreshed, for a moment at least. The pile of apples towers over you still. You barely made a dent. Yes, eat the apple boy. I feel sick. As you feel sick, you see something sticking out of the apple pile. A piece of paper? No. It's a spell scroll. Ah, the scroll is just for a simple cantrip. Oh well. You quickly memorize the scroll, consuming it into your psyche, as you always do. Some people at the tower used to fear your innate power to master magic like that. Which is understandable, it's pretty terrifying. Cantrips are spells that can be cast at will outside of dialogues. They do not consume spell slots. You can access your cantrips in the bottom right corner. So... Okay, so... Shield of Faith. Alright, Shield of Faith. A great mountain of apples. A guy, he looks indecisive. Are you like undead? You approach the shambling man by the apple pile. He does not acknowledge your presence. He's unaware of you. Greetings, citizen. Glancing under his... Come on, there we go. Glancing under his hood, you catch a blank expression spread upon your dried face. What is your name, sir? He does not even try to look at you. Why is this man not listening to me? This is a reanimated corpse. Sir, are you the member of the undead? What is he doing? I found this voting card here. Is it yours? Should I defeat this zombie? Attack the zombie. Go away. I found this voting card. Is it yours? The zombie does not even grunt in your direction. He keeps working, slowly. You grip the voting card firmly in your gloved hand. It is indeed yours. Keep it safe. That's very rude, you know that. I'm thinking of voting for the Nationalists. They got a good plan in the future. This Freestyle Revolution, do you think Freestyle Revolution will be good for this city, I think, don't you? We need to establish then Asgil's government. It's the only way for average peasants to fall back on the oppression of feudalism, or worse, magocracy. I don't have a political opinion, so I guess I don't need a phone card. Government with heart. The zombie just keeps moving apples. Discussing my political stuff with this zombie that does not care. The social democratic model of the dwarves is ingenious, just balanced enough to work out through our human dwarven majority populace. A true working class revolution is clearly needed. Cooperative ownership of the guilds is the first step, just like the Earth established in the Narvikian collectivized agriculture. As long as we don't collapse like the original Asgoldian undercut state did, our Vizca kingdoms, the three-winged divinitor, or the let's go with the second one. The fleshy ball plank does not reply or counter to you. Or am I boring you? The zombie carefully places another apple at the top of the pile. He doesn't have an opinion of any kind. What is he doing? The zombie is attempting to clear a path through the apple pile. Probably has been at it for a long time. Sir, are you the member of the undead? He does not respond. Should I attack the zombie? Yes, it is only just. The undead are not allowed in Norvik. But he's not really doing anything. He's just organizing apples. I'm gonna leave him alone. Oh, I can't get. He's in my way. Fine. Oh, do I have to kill him if I want to get to the other side? He won't move. Oh, I don't want to attack him. Okay, so that's gonna make me leave. Oh god, I gotta attack him. I'm sorry. Yes, deal with the foul creature. Encounters are turn-based conflicts where each participant takes turns in rolling dice and taking actions. During your turn, you are able to perform one dice action as well as cast one spell of your choosing. The order is determined by an initiative roll. No, don't let this shambler get the jump on you now. Ooh. I'm gonna die. Wait! He lasted initiative. How are you slower than a damn zombie? No. The slow zombie just stands there. No, he's reacting. It just takes some time. Your turn. Show no mercy. Let's see. Shove him. Well, he hasn't done anything. Staring at the zombie's every move, you stay put. The zombie is hostile. Okay. His next steps around, the withered face is now staring at yours. Ah! It hurts even through the armor. Okay, the zombie is off the hook. You didn't really do anything to piss him off, did you? The undead abomination must be apprehended before he causes damage to innocents. Does this include you? Yes. You successfully grab his arms, your thick gloved hand wrap around his frail wrist to keep him stable. He's not getting away now. This ends now. Again, the zombie snaps its mouth at you. This time he latches on hard. Your final chance. Do not falter. Nice. Knock him out. Yes! Oh! Catching your breath, you stare at the unmoving creature. Gain 15 experiences. Justice dispensed. Now go loot him. Get that fancy tooth. Victory. Okay. Rifle. Wisdom tooth. Decent contention. Okay, I'll put that on and +3 to my wisdom. Now I can look around here. Imported goods. The receiver is marked HWBT. Filled with sand. Look at the sand. Filled to the brim. It's just sand. Touch the sand. Your gloved hand trails across the surface. Sand shifts slightly at your touch. Go deeper. You dive in with your whole hand, fingers first. This one does not. Then you feel a tug. A grip? And you finally pull. Wait, your shoulder is almost pulled out of its socket. Struggle. Ah! You manage to keep it from engulfing most of your arm, but in the process, the sand grabs onto the front of your helmet. Your face is now sinking. A sizzling groan fills your ears. Fight it. You grab the rim of the crate with both hands, but as you put your entire adrenaline-filled arms to work, you feel your energy being sapped from your veins. Ah! I'm being sucked out of my skin! As you keep pushing, you realize you could get out at this point. However, then you would have to leave your helm behind. Do I really need to keep the helmet on? Yes, you do. Okay, I'll try to keep my helmet on. Oh! You grab the rim of the crate with both hands, but as you put your entire adrenaline-filled arms to work, you feel energy being sapped from your veins. You're being sucked. Oh god, I'm gonna die. Okay. Your hands got the rim of the crate with both hands. The hazy noise of the head is no longer filled with so much blood and screams. I will not die in this crate. Filled with pure fires of adrenaline, your muscles creak and your bones crack. It pays off within seconds. The rock-hard grip of the sand loosens, then drops entirely. You swing your head back, filling your lungs with air as the trail of sand follows you. Ugh. Within an instant, the sand snaps back into the crate, not a single grain dropping to the floor. You stumble back. Glancing over the crate, you see its contents lie like nothing happened. You should put on the lid to make sure this doesn't happen to someone else. Carefully put on the lid. Take a very careful step towards the crate and grab the lid. Then you place it gently on top. Your job here is done. I've done a great service to my community. Okay, hang on. Okay, that's better. A slightly broken standard issue Earthguard blade. Eat. Apple, 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 apple. What is this? A glow glass, a very common magic item. What's in here? Door in this tunnel won't open. Okay, so then let's go up here. Your ability scores speak to you during dialogues. They're called chimes. Chimes with a DC requirements only display if your ability. Oh man. Oh, I shouldn't I probably shouldn't be here. I thought I was going upstairs. You know what? No, I don't like this. I don't like this. We're going back upstairs. We're going back upstairs. Staircase, ancient architecture. Let's get out of here. Okay, that's exhaustion. This I like better. Good morning, cleric. Mushrooms, probably edible. Probably shouldn't take that because it's just going to some guy's shop. Ooh. What does that say? Human, no cause trouble. Oh no, that's stealing. No, we are not stealing.
Huh.
Piskin, local mortician. The pale man sits hunched over a stack of forms, busy at work, his pencil slowly filling out line after line. On the top of the paper, you see a icon of a serpentine drake. That's simple. It's on a lot of documents in the city. This is the Great Perch of Norfolk. The drake, like the sea creature found on the River Torna, Earth was known to detain these creatures. Eventually, the Great Perch became a symbol of this great city. Second longest documented river along the coast, splitting the band of the Ascani in half. An esoteric divide splits the circular coast of Jor into 8 geographical regions, commonly known as the bands. Each band has a unique esoteric natural right and stretches from the coast of the infinite waste. Up and about, are we? Wonderful. Death. This is death. I am Viskin, local entrepreneur and proprietor of this lich house. It appears you don't really belong here, but if there's anything I can do, cleric, just let me know. He smiles at you. I woke up below. Yes, I know. As in, next to a bunch of corpses on one of those stone slabs. Uh-huh. Why? He puts down his pen. I'm afraid to say that you've been through quite the turmoil, cleric. Tell me everything. Of course, it must be so confusing. To tell you the truth, some fishermen brought you here last night. They caught you in their net and took you for a corpse. Not that I blame them, you weren't exactly in prime condition. Fair. How did I end up in a river? Not a river, the river. I'm afraid I don't have much to tell. Perhaps you fell off one of the bridges to Tolstad? Tolstad is a sprawling island fortress and one of the 5 districts in the city. It sits in the middle of the River Torna, home of Jor's Pillar, and a sprawling tunnel network and water lane, greatest trade hub in Ascani. You are on Tolstad right now. There are 7 bridges over the river connecting Tolstad to the rest of the city. I would never fall. It must have been an assassination attempt. Perhaps there is an esoteric explanation to all this. They must have slipped. Perhaps you would know, cleric. Who were these fishermen? River guilders, I believe. They did not look like poachers, so my guess would be that. Find them. They hold the truth. Where can I find them? Ponders your question. I did not ask for the name, sorry to say. Perhaps the water lane? Just a guess. The water lane is the largest trade port in Norfolk, in a massive tunnel piercing the center of Tolstad. It is the so-called marvel of dwarven engineering, and it is the reason why so many people commute to Tolstad over the many bridges. Considered to be one of the great crafted wonders of the world. Let's see, Norfolk is the central city of Ascani, and last bastion of humanity. It was founded upon the end of the Reconquest in 468 AE, exactly 70 years ago. So I am in fact alive. The pale man stops for a moment. He looks at you up and down. Yes, I believe you are. I have some other questions, I think. You know, I require there's a zombie in your basement. Oh, how quaint. No, sure, why is it there? Well, we are closely connected with the city below. The undead seemingly wander in as they please. However, I will have to take this up with Lady Sageleaf. I pay good crowns for HWBT protection. Oh, good. So it's a misunderstanding then. Wait, no, I don't actually believe you. I defeated the zombie, so no need to worry. I kept moving apples down there. Oh, the apples? Fascinating behavior. He does not appear to be very fascinated. You don't seem very alarmed about this. A stray undead creature will cause no trouble here. He gives you a rare smell. Isn't that right, Ost? Yes, master. Uh, while you're moving around, tab will reveal interactables. Oh, okay. I have defeated the zombie. You anger. Uh-oh. Well done, cleric. What would we have ever done without you? Shoot. Figure out what's weird about this guy. Ooh, exactly. You glare at the pale man who keeps working on his documents for approximately 2 minutes. Eventually, he feels. Oh, that's a failure? Oh, DC 31. Jesus. I don't mean to imply I know more than an honorable Earthguard member, my good cleric. However, you must certainly have more important things to do on a day like this. He's correct. Maybe you can come back to this later. Some dice checks are locked on failure and can be attempted later again. These checks are unlocked on a long or short rest by spending shards of Jor. But a roll with a very high DC should probably be lowered before attempting again. Let's see. I don't know. Your shaky voice makes you sound positively Fort Villad. Dwarvish word meaning desperation, anguish, hysteria brought about by mental pain. I don't mean to tell you what to do, cleric, but there's a certain rumor that our local goblin chieftain is waiting for you. The rumor? Just common murmuring. Lady Miska Sageleaf is her name. She's down in the Goblin Garden. Of course you've heard of her. Lady Sageleaf is quite famous. Her name is spoken both in reverence and fear. Dragon of Tolstad added. They call it the Dragon of Tolstad. Okay, she sounds scary. She is. Treat her with respect, cleric. Because I say for your own good. Lady Sageleaf is a powerful ally. I would even go so far as to call her as de facto lawkeeper on this island fortress. Wait, this is part of the job, talking with some petty goblin queen? You may find her at the southern tip of Holstad. The pale man says and keeps scribbling in his papers. So what do you know about spellcasting? Quite a bit. He seems wary on the subject. How do I get more spells? 2 ways. You could spend time learning them, drafting pages out of the palace archives. Unofficial nickname for the current place of rule of Norvik, named after the palace district, which in most central authority resides. One of the 5 districts in Norvik, home to aristocrats, bureaucrats, and the remnants of Earthcourt. Or the Great Library Towers, since you obviously would have some access to that. However, I don't believe you have time for each option. So it suggests the other route. Spell scrolls. Oh yeah, I saw one right, scrolls with spells on them. Indeed. Now, Tolstad is filled with all kinds of strength caches. You probably encounter more just by looking around. If you get your hands on a scroll, then memorize it. Cantrips or spells, it doesn't matter. I'm sure you're talented enough to memorize them on the spot. Sure, thanks. He nods and goes back to writing. The basic is fun. Oh, I mean, of course. He wonders if your head is still filled with water. As a wizard, you memorize your spells before casting them. As an arcane cleric, you must memorize your skills during prayer at a shrine. There's one downstairs by the apples. Can you teach me magic? A slight smirk on his face. Sadly, I don't have time for a proper lecture at the moment. After the election, I could make time if you're interested. Until then, you're free to browse my collection, he says, glancing at the many books along the western wall. And of course... Oh, okay. Copy of Charm Person will surely be a truly diabolical spell. The towers teach it only to higher tier spellcasters, usually despite its first level. That's a great shortcut to charming people, although you gotta be careful with the fallout. Care for such things. Where can I find more shrines? There's the local Temple of Earth, of course. It's just upstairs past the pillar. And there's also one on Water Lane view, I believe, past the tree. That's all. Very well. If you want to practice, feel free to cast anything on non-lethal servant Ost. Wow, that's evil. Treating a servant like that, that's despicable. I don't want to do that. Fair enough. Just remember that spells are terribly useful when applied properly. You called me cleric. Yes, I did. What gave it away? He stops for a second and glares at you. Heavily armored man in Earthguard colors with a prayer book on his hip. Thoughts land on the pages of the spell you meticulously worked on for years. The book is not your possession right now, but it must be near, if the pale man has seen you with it. They might have found you in the river, but you're clearly a city stock. I the cleric. Good for you. You lean in further into being the cleric. You gained I've got XP for that. Your purpose is here. Serve the city as the cleric of the river. Though I'd love to ask you, what type of cleric are you? Yes, if you were a clergyman, you might run a congregation for a local religion or deity. Holy man on a holy mission. Then there are clerics of bureaucratic variety, city officials that's speaking for the religious state. You, however, must be an arcane cleric. I am leaning more into the intelligence thing, so... I figured as much, and when I saw your spell book, or do you call it prayer book? Either way, it's clearly... you clearly play Jor's strings as much as you channel divinity. That's all the help I need. I'm going to leave now. Before you do, make sure you collect all your belongings. He gives you a quick inspection with his dead eyes. Too quick. It's like he's trying not to show interest. Weird. What belongings? Quite a lot. Your uniform, your cloak, and also your voting card. A peculiar voting card every party member has been marked on. I'm assuming the answer is yes. Sorry, I'm indecisive. I'm not sure if it's mine. Possibly? The pale man ignores your comment. I asked Os to lay the surviving pages of your spellbook to dry over there, he says, and points across the chamber. Then he looks at the pocket watch on his desk. There is an esoteric pocket watch. You may have it, cleric. It will surely prove useful to you. An esoteric pocket is an area overtaken by esoteric magic, exceedingly rare along the coast. The further inland you get, the more common they are, with the infinite waste being theorized to be filled with nothing but. Beyond that, you should be good. Did I have any weapons on me? None, I'm afraid. They must be at the bottom of the River Torna. Damn, you'll have to pick up something. Maybe a warhammer? Good, you need not arms in this city. You need heart. Got it. Gilman turns his face towards you and smiles. Unnatural. You gain 5 XP. If only every government employee were as devoted as you, cleric. He gives you a stern expression. Good luck on your quest. His words burn a hole in your heart. When exploring the city, you move faster by running. Do so either double click or hold shift to left trigger. Time to go. Jor left this mark across the bands. Today is it's a universal sign of magic. Red Eye of Earth. Stone slabs are designed to slide along the iron thing. Wait, is that what? Yeah, I don't need that. Big tome. You flip the tome open. There are fine and handwritten letters scattered across the page. While the symbol appears to be readable, you do not understand the language. De verbis draconum ars occulta. The author's name appears to be Calum Diminori. Anyone who uses this term for anything modern is either anti-freestarter or lives on the erotic. I probably need to comprehend. You do. It's highly ignoring that you lost your memorization. Find a spell scroll. Maybe you could buy it somewhere. It's very common. So tab for interactables. Arcanist histories and novels. Some of them stand out to you as classics. It could be useful to refresh your mind. Sure. Classic. You keep this book on your bedside table for years during scribing years. take a look at the first page. In these pages, I shall endeavor to recount the journey of a mind born to greatness, a will tempered by a crucible of ambition, and a spirit bound to the relentless pursuit of the arcane. My name is Phileas Prax. Probably worth clicking those orange things whenever you can. They add to your journal sometimes. Good to know. Those who play one of the three pillars of magic, it is represented by the forces that make up Esoteric Ebb. Those who play Jor's strings tap into the powers, programming, and the laws of the existence around their whims. The name of our realm, also the name of the legendary wizard who created it. He died during the closing at the end of the Gate era. Book-learned wizard, book-learned arcane spellcaster, typically plays Jor's strings by memorizing and executing esoteric chants and ley lines and esoteric power that hold it all together. It goes on to make grandiose statements upon his personal magical. As always, this man is contradictory. He both praises his own natural gifts and mental abilities while stating himself worthy only to have through his hard work and merit. It's ridiculous. Esoteric books. I write this not for the masses, but for the few people who possess clarity of vision to see beyond the veil of mediocrity. Them I offer my life as lesson and legacy, that they may learn from my triumphs and avoid pitfalls that lie in wait for the unwary. Remember the first chapter dealing with his youth growing up in the roofless rival house, the Hagen Shags. How he struggles against relentless opposition and bullying. He's making him out to be an underdog. Power is not born of blood, nor inherited by fortune or birthright. It is cultivated in the crucible of the mind, refined by the fires of discipline, and sharpened by relentless pursuit of knowledge. Let those who seek to rule first to kneel before the altar of wisdom, for it is true strength that is forged. Yet he does not address his own privilege. If it is only merit, then he should not have needed any of those fancy private studies or lectures. Not complaining, the story is getting good. I got XP for that. A glorious design. Let those who learn lead through the merit of ability and nothing else. The second half, Prax begins to talk about his early political career and intricacies of magocratic bureaucracy, how he learned to play the game well enough for himself to reach a dictatorship as the youngest magocratic ruler ever. The rest is mostly a collection of meditations surrounding magic and power. A strong leader with clear intent. The esoteric, in its purest form, is neither good nor evil. It is a tool of a force to be wielded by those with intellect to do so. Yet let us not be so naive as to think that the power alone grants us the one right to rule. The arcanist must also be statesman, for whims of the unchecked magic can even the wisest stray. Govern with an iron hand, but let that be guided by the principles of reason and justice. Thus shall the state prosper, and thus shall the legacy of mediocrity endure. The magocrats who ruled the pre-coast war humanization ruled Dimner during the Minor Party. A term for Dimner, often used to refer to the band before it was renamed the Reeds. End of the Coast War, capitulation agreements, some say with sarcasm, some say with pride, some say with fear. Oh my god, there's so much! Coast War, the Great War, a conflict between the Arcanists of Reeds as well as every other nation connected with them across the course. A horrible waste of human lives, which claimed millions of lives. There was no honor in this fighting, but Reeds. Oh my god. One of the 8 bands of the coast is temperate land of lowland and many lakes, commonly seen as the homeland of humans. Large portions of the earth still cursed, holding entire undead cities, eternally burning valleys, and floating mountains. All and beautiful like yourself, known as the pest of the coast by those who are less inclined to reproduce like rabbits. Ironic. I see no irony here, only truth. In the halls of power, the arcane shall be our shield and our sword. Yet remember this, the arcanist's duty is not only to himself, but to the state and its people. For an endless pursuit of knowledge, one must not forget the price of ignorance. A vigilant mind is a guardian of civilization, and a vigilant state, the fortress of progress. Let no shadow fall upon your vigilance. For in the light of our knowledge lies the path of true dominion. Final parts of the biography focuses on an ever deeper and more rambling siding of truth. This is way too much reading. Why would you open a book then? Yes, shut it up. You shut it upon looking at the title once more. Autobiography, Prax. Okay, put the back. Let's see. I'll read the folktale one because I like folktales. Opening the Trill Sisters book shows you an index with several tales, many of which you heard growing up. Stories for children are useless. Do not waste time here. Are you kidding? Out of the tales, you see the one you remember the most, the one about the gnome and the titan. This story always spoke to you, mostly because of the unlikely friendship between the two. I'll read it. In the old days, when the dragons ruled the skies and the titans wandered the earth, there lived a gnome named Abacus, known far and wide as a half-wit. However, whether by fate or folly, he often found himself in the oddest places. So it was that he stumbled into the deep valley of Ascan, one of the 8 bands of the coast. It is cold mountainous realm. It is your home of Ascani. This valley was home to Ka Ymor, the Mist Titan, a colossal being with fur as thick as the ancient forest and limbs that clutched the very mountains. His upper body was hidden in, or perhaps made of, the swirling mist that filled the valley. But on this day, the valley was not the serene refuge it had once been. The air was thick with ash, and the rivers ran black, and the trees stood as charred husks. As Thut, the ancient red dragon, had set the forest aflame, hoping to drive Ka Ymor from his domain, claimed the fertile valley for himself. Gained 5 XP. Kalyamur was furious, his great form trembling with rage as he searched for the source of the destruction. His eyes fell upon Abacus, who was wandering aimlessly, his tiny mind more puzzled by the sudden darkness more than anything else. I think that the coast was just filled with these continue. Lumchund, who dares bring fire to where none should come. Ashes taint my sacred mist, speak small one, lest you be missed. Abacus looked up, squinting through the fog, and scratched his head. Fire? I've no fire to share, no flame do I bring, no ash to bear. For in dark I see clear as day, 'tis those who can't that need the flame, they say. What nonsense from your tongue does come? Who is it that needs this blaze that blackens my mists and dims my days? Well, question thee, who needs a flame to light their path and stoke their claim? Perhaps it is the Esth King, whose fire is to your valley bring. The dragon days are surely done. Guide be known to where he lies. Together we shall dim his skies. Wonderful little tale, about the little and large. The story goes on to wax about the friendship that sparked between the Eldritch Titan and the silly little gnome as they sought out Esthis on the throne. The ancient red dragon then falls to the Titan's mighty hand after Abacus accidentally guides him to the correct location. One of the classic stories every child of Ascan is told growing up. You shut it looking up the title once more. Folktales. XP. I'm just getting XP at this point. Read Collected Chants of Norfolk by Patriarch Peely. This is a printed edition of Peely's work, but still old. Probably came from the earliest Norvikian printers. On the first page, a short message is hand-scribbled in the corner. My belief lay in the collected humanity of Norvik. May you remember that from this collection, with honor and grace, Peely D. Is this a handwritten message from the second patriarch himself? A top clerical rank in Norvik, different from the Lord Patriarch, which is the traditional administrative leader of the city. Only about a dozen men currently hold the rank, and they manage section of the clerics at each of the towers. Lord Patriarch is the commander of the city forces and the top cleric beneath Earth. The title is appointed by Earth. Currently, Lord Akasam holds the title, having led the city for the past 30 years. He is a withdrawn leader, over 80 years of age, and has put most of the power in the hands of the magistrates. Highest government position beyond Lord Patriarch, chosen to rule a district in Norfolk for about 10 to 12 years, depending on their bloodline. Protect the book with your life, and this is a sacred artifact. Fascinating to think the pale man held such a treasure in his shelf. Good forward. A Dream of Unity Under Earth. The book begins with a lengthy essay about the foundation of Norvikian cultures and culture values. It's really like a guide, if anything. on what a Norvikian person is, how their values come from various tribes in the old country, and how together they have formed something greater under Earth. You've read this before, but you do get a better sense of what this all means now. It is, in some sense, a plea, a stern suggestion for every human in Norvik to lose any sense of formal tribal identity. To embrace a new one, a Norvikian spirit. To give away the old and embrace the new. It is not completely a bad move to unite a folk to unite a focus to build commonality. Lower in inequality, although of course there were many ways to state the time made sure that the old did not remain in the shadows. Violence and oppression at times. Esoteric book. Text directly explains how a new Norvikian culture will help the city grow and fight against inequity and injustice throughout unity, mainly by being generous and not hoarding wealth, among other things. A naive thought. Dexterity just wants to steal. Then finally, it does touch upon the connection with dwarves as well, and how the Norvikian spirit is not only contained within humans only. 5 XP gained. It's not just blood, it is sweat and tears as well. Those folk who unite with us will not be seen as other. No, they too are Earth's folk. They are too our Earth's guard. That's a long ass forward. Oh, that's nice. Indeed, something to live up to. Eternal woman. I went with you to foreign shores, my lord, my guard. I pray you keep from harm the beasts, each shard, a proof of your devotion. Thus I give myself to you, folk. I give my life for a home at the river, in the sliver of land, to vanquish the beasts who roam, the evil who lair, and the fires that burn. To build a life along the river. Every shepherd knows the song and bellows up the river. Earth lives in that sliver of land. It is your favorite. You shut it, looking upon the title once more. Place the book on the shelf. You do so. It fits back nicely in its slot. This book does not deserve your toxic presence. If you were stronger, more capable, then perhaps you could have carried that weight. What? You really want that book? This is very confusing. I'm just putting the book back. Yeah, there's some issues with stealing. Going on here. Just ignore it. Let us forget it for now. The book stares at you. Oh, right, because I could have taken it because it's a sacred artifact. I feel bad about it. Where are you? Okay, let's see. Last conflict, you discover yourself cleric of Norvik 2 times as a grand houser suitable for a true human cleric like yourself. Tea shop that blew up. Your purpose on Tulsa is to investigate and explode a tea shop, locate this establishment, and gain entry. Quest Lady Sage Leaf, a goblin chieftain in Tolstad. Go to her, see her right away. She's in the Goblin Garden, the southern tip of Tolstad, and then election week. And then this is the river. Okay. There you go. Strange rocks. I want to see. I don't want to cast spells on you. I guess head up? I'm gonna want that book on the western slab. Okay, wait, let me go back. book is ruined. Most of the pages, while dry, now have been completely drenched. Only a few pages of the soggy, bracken-ish papyrus pages are readable. They appear to contain some type of indecipherable symbols. Tuscany writing, only the most basic. Wait, oh no. Someone has attempted to dry this to the best of their ability. No, no, no! Fight, Earth. This is your prayer book. So many hours wasted. You would have to rebind the whole thing. It's ruined. That'll cost a fortune. The chant book is able to sustain humidity, not underwater excursions. You should have protected Earth's chants more carefully. What a district. Okay, so that is mine. I'll take it. Oh, I can't take the book. Okay. Talk to you? Talk to you. How come I can't read that? Around the amphitheater's scene, you see a number of dwarves hard at work. They're constructing a banner of some kind, carrying a bright green flag. Can't read the Behold menu until you click Behold at the bottom. The banner Asgall looks cool. One of the dwarves stands to face you with a furrowed brow. He appears to be in a staring contest with the orc on the other side of the theater. Oi, Mr. Cityman, he calls out to your approach. We made it clear bit. We're not moving, not one bit. He shoots you a shitty grin. Just passing through. Thought so. Best be on your way. You hear the other dwarves laughing behind him. Nothing illegal going on here. Nothing at all. He only says that because he has to defend himself quite a lot lately. Wait, that means he's doing something highly illegal. Stop him. I'm on a higher mission. He looks intrigued. Confidential. Oh, then in that case I won't tell anyone, I swear. And we are not doing anything against the law, just to be clear. They both look guilty and innocent, just like you. One of the older dwarfs spits out on the ground next to him. You even know who you're talking to, child? This be here, Asfold of von Envers, the foreman and Asgalist of the movement of Norvik. Oh, okay. I'm all ears. He gives the old dwarf the stink eye. Short, stout, hairy folks love to dig and build. You know the drill. They build most of Norvik and have a long history with Earth folk. People of Earth. About this Asgall. What about him? Asgall Ashmask is a very controversial figure in Dwarven myth, as well as history. Who is he? Who is? He is taken aback by your question. He's Asgall. Asgall the Great, the kind, our liberator. His legacy is as flawed and complicated as his message. Never heard of him. You never heard of potatoes either? Huh? Potato. Bah. He takes a step back, ignorant child, he mutters under his breath. I've got to ask them, is this a religion? Most certainly not, he scoffs in your general direction. Is it a cult? I don't know who you've been talking to, Mr. City, but let me assure you, Asgall is no god or demigod or anything related to. He was just a simple man with a dream of a fair and just society. Nothing more. Ouch, sore spot. He is infuriated, but not because of you, because he defended his position many times. No, huh? Ah, the old country, yeah. That doesn't matter here. I'm just a foreman of the Tolstad district. Doesn't matter if he's a noble and he must be rich. Foreman? I've worked my whole life for the movement. I've earned my title. I bet you're only here because of Mommy and Daddy. Tell me more about yourself. I'm sure you worked for a hard position. Tell me more about yourself. Why? What? Why are you asking about me? I'm interested in you and your backstory. Why should I tell you anything? Who doesn't want to talk about themselves? He raises the hand. Fair enough. Just move on. You guys setting up a play or something? Play, he spits on the ground. We're holding a rally for the cause this evening. Workers again across Tolstad will gather to hear the word of Asgol. He turns toward the monarch, and no one's going to stop it. You hear laughing coming from across the theater. Papers, Alphas. He grumbles and turns back to you. So, what do you want? You seem a bit stressed. No, you don't say. So, it is forenoon. I get the lads together, and when we arrive, that accursed woman is standing there. The dwarf shudders. He starts complaining. He reaches for something in his pocket and takes out dust dockets. We show her the papers. And the papers are no good, she says. Bah. Circle and square conflict added. Real convenient, I say. No, there is nothing wrong with these papers. We are in our rights to speak out against tyrants and murderers. Yes, they are. Bureaucracy. Though she's wrong about the documents? Of course she is. She's a liar, that one. A filthy liar. Okay. A terrible liar. Can't even get the words out. He knows she's right about the documents, but he doesn't want to admit it. Alright. So what's the rally about exactly? Guilds. For decades, there's been a collective bargaining between our Viking workers and city guilds. Say what you want about Earth, but God keeps a tight leash on the upper class of the city. There's a little fly in my room that's bugging the shit out of me. Let's see. Elizabeth? Yeah, but look, it ain't the same since its death. The Freestarters have burrowed into every damn power structure, from paperboys to bookbinders. The new way. People in the East have overthrown the old wizards and gods. For years, the revolution has slowly crept into the city. Now it's time to finally join the free cities and get rich. A collection of city-states in Reeds, all united under the golden banner of free striders, and Norvik will join them one way or another. In less than a dozen years, salaries have been stagnated and prices have gone up. They say free striderism would make the city rich. I say it makes people poor. We need change. You're here to convince a bunch of Tolstad workers to vote for the Asgalas party. More or less, yeah. But it's also about the spirit of community. Together we can fight against the purchasers of our labor. Alone we are as brittle as a twig in the... Old dwarf pipes up. A twig in the wind? No, that's not good enough. Twig in the fireplace. That's good. I like that. Anyways, the rally will be a success. We need to get rid of that orc. So we can call out to all the workers in this magnificent city, he exclaims, as if there was a crowd around him. Vote. Vote with your guts. Vote with your manhood at stake. Can I say favors? Why? I mean, I got intelligence. I'm an expert. Are you now? Yes, also I'm on your side. Repeats, are you now? Now hit him with it. I'm your best shot at getting out of this. Dwarf grumbles. His eyes go from you to the orc behind you. Fine. The dwarf sighs and grabs something in his pocket. PPG. I'll trust these documents, city man. Tell us we're in the wrong. I dare you. Because we're not, the old dwarf joins in. Take a step back and check it out. Let's see what's actually going on here. You can examine certain items in your inventory and access unique downloads. Okay. It is quite light, some kind of magazine paper. Unrolling it reveals a short statement about a political rally in the circle square. Permission of public gathering accepted, it says in big letters at the bottom, followed by signatures. Tolstad Magistrate and Nicholas Darrow. One of the original Earthfolk houses to found Narvik Earth. Their bloodline can still be found in high positions all around the city. The actual text uses an archaic and a typically bureaucratic writing style. You scan the text again, checking for spelling, phrasing, and terminology. It's perfect, not a single error. Yeah, XP. The date, it says the rally is supposed to be held on the 16th. The document is perfectly legal, but it's expired. Yeah, it's expired. Document is not. I have never seen this time before. I don't like it. Oh, how come? Because it's a legal document. Duh. Bad vibes. Fascinating. Stop looking at it. Oh. What? Okay, so about the rally. I checked the paper. These papers are expired like last week. Takes the papers and shakes his head. With a groan, he mutters, I know, but the date is just a mistake, you see. I personally had this signed by the magistrate 2 days ago, after the so-called expiry date. Magistrate, 5 rulers of the 5 districts. They are the Coin Lord, Home Lord, Shield Lord, Food Lord, and Law Lord. Each has a unique role in the city's bureaucracy, sometimes with the title switch between districts, but generally the housing district holds the Home Lord, and the palace holds the Law Lord. They must have done it on purpose. You should have checked more carefully, dude. I did when I turned in the application. This error only appeared on the document I got back. I'm not at fault here. Bah. The dwarf shouts in the amphitheater. It doesn't matter whether Darrow fucked us or not. We're here and we can't make us leave. He gives you a menacing glare, and I hope for your sake you're not the lad she's hired for you to do the deed. I'm just here to observe. Man's cap. Dwarven word meaning something along the lines of devilry, common curse word. That's a swear word. You could tell because of the way he said it. About the rally. Isn't it a bit macabre to hold a rally on the top of a morgue? Morgue? Dwarf mumbles to himself and glances over at the Lich House stairs. I thought it was a dentist. Fair assessment. No matter, the Asgard movement is not afraid of death. You hear laughter from the orc behind you. Big words, assholes. The dwarf grits his teeth. Damn orc. Okay, good luck fighting tyrants. Thank you, Mr. Cityman. I appreciate it. Alrighty. Can I behold you? 5! Okay. Gimli and the boys. The older dwarf puffs out his chest as you crouch. Fancy helmet, Cityman. He speaks in a short, quiet manner, as if he's scared his word actually being heard. The dwarf behind him laughs. Stand up for yourself. Bad idea. That would fuck you up in a fight. Thanks. My mom got it for me. Okay, where is that orc lady? 20! Level 4 fighter, neutral evil. A traveler, she is not settled here. Her belief is weak. She does not use it. Her religion is power. Is she evil? No. Perhaps arbitrarily armed an institution, but no mere puppet. Nothing you can say will sway her. She will play you until the end. She has a 17 strength, 30, 10, 11, 10, 16. Okay, so she can guess what, kick my ass. On the edge of the ruinous amphitheater, you see an orc sitting on one of the many loosened stone blocks. It looks like she's waiting for something or someone. Exuding an air of authority around her, the large woman gives you a wry smile, her tusks gleaming. Not physically imposing, this orc knows how to exert power in other ways. You spot a merchant's mark on her jacket sleeve, a heart with the initials of the Norvokian Freestrider Regiment. What's this? Not often we get Earthguard around here. She presents her palm to you. Vera is my name. I'm second in command of the guild agent of Tolstad. Nice to meet you. Yes, the handsome orc lady wants you to say a name. Make sure she knows you are a cleric. Hello, Ron. Shoot you another smile, waiting patiently for you to say, what's the deal with the dwarves? Oh, I'm complicated as anything. I wouldn't be sitting here wasting my precious day if it wasn't for them. But in short, they're holding an unlawful assembly, and they won't let me look at the document proving it. Not frustrating at all, she says. She winks at you. I don't want to tell her they're expired. With the documents in hand, she could simply hand it over to the magistrate's office and let it be dealt with. Oh yeah, no, I already handed it back. Everyone should be friends. The words leave your lips as though you've spoken them 100,000 times. It's just an inconvenience. Or I say pain in the ass. Circle conflict. These lovely Asgalists have decided by themselves to hold a rally here on this lovely city's little square. Unfortunately, they need permission of public gathering or a PPG. PPG needs to be approved by the district council. They do not have proper PPG. You pick up a word. Use of the word proper. What does that entail? Proper? It's marked for last week. It expired. But can't you believe her? Well, it is. She's not lying, but there's something else. And you're sitting here because... Simple, really. These dwarves are ignoring my call to disperse, so I'm here as a witness. If they do not leave by sundown, they will be fined and or arrested. Why don't you just come back at sundown? I would if there wasn't for the fact that I need to witness for the entirety of the trespassing. Since they serve during the morning, they do not disperse by sundown, they will be inflicted with an entire day's worth of fines. I'd have an assistant do it, or a secretary, but we're stretched thin as it is with the election coming up. No, I'll just sit here and smile politely. Arrested by who? She gives you a smug grin. Perhaps the monopoly on violence here on Tolstead is more of an oligopoly. It'll be a roll of the dice to see who gets employed to handle these rude dwarves. Maybe some goblins. The city of Norvik also allows us to employ mercenaries for extra legal enforcement, but the company likes to avoid that in most cases. As you can imagine, mercs tend to lack the finer touch. There's something shady about this. This is messy. I don't want to enforce this justice. Not in the way. She laughs. Now you're acting like a true city official. She's mocking the great city of Norfolk and its clerks. Dishonorable. Sounds like trouble. Move on. Huh. Trouble would be at least exciting. This is just dull. If only I could get my hands on those PPG documents. Then I could simply hand them over to the city and go home earlier rather than head back to the office or complicate the... or rather head back to the office and complete the arc size, the draft for the market in order to meet up. Sorry, I've got a lot on my plate. They are indeed expired and invalid. Wait, they let you check the papers? Aren't you a smooth talker? If you could get them for me, that'd be quite the favor. Oh, did you now? Alphonse is strong, dark, not buzzing easily. The situation is a bit complicated. Okay, so I have no here. I agree, but that does not change the outcome. We have to draw the line somewhere, don't we? Good diplomatic bullshit answer. Love it. Okay. I want the doors to hold the rally, but it is expired. Don't be. You have no stake in this. I'll just sit here and be bored for a little while longer. I'd like to know more about you. You love me? I'm an open book. Where are you from? She doesn't answer you at first. Instead, she looks away from the moment and smirks. He's thinking I'm messing with you. Oh, you mean because I'm an orc, I can't be Norvikian? She says, looking at you with a stern expression like that. You know what I mean. I do, giving you a warm smile. I'm from the Blood City Bay. I ran with the war bands when I was a girl. Powerful warrior here. Took me all around the coast, she explains, far from the cursed plains of Feltire. A land of elven ruins with magical fertile lowlands in between. It's in its city. Sorry. In its center sits Blood City Bay, the largest city on the coast, built on the corpse, or rather just the head of a Gregorian. We were hired during the Third Revolutionary War, the reads. When it was over, I stayed behind. As she speaks, her eyes glimmer. All those memories are coming back to her. She's seen a lot. Those are the days. Attempt to flirt. I'm very tempted, but what's it like being an orc in Norfolk? My kind is quite rare, she mumbles, her gaze trailing off towards the horizon. Some sadness, loneliness. You feel terrible for her. The occasional comment does sting a bit. I've gotten used to it. How nice of you to ask. Yes, I am being a wonderful person. Your comment elicits spontaneous. Oh god, be damn, you're a special little man. I am a special little man. That's the first genuine laugh from her. She carries a thoroughly constructed mask. I don't want to attempt to flirt, as tempted as I am. You work for the Freestriders? I don't work for the Revolution. I don't work for the Revolution. It's just a revolution. You fool, you knew that. Maybe? I work for the Ascania Reeds Trading Company. We promote the Freestrider ideals in Ascan. Currently, we focus on making sure this election process goes smoothly along with other economic concerns. I enjoy working for them very much, perhaps, but perhaps not so much on slow days like this, but alas. See. I like the election, but you're gonna lose. I don't think I really have all the information, but I'm not crazy about the Freestriders. It seems like it's for the businesses and less for the people, if I'm reading that correctly. And any decent Freestrider would be happy with that outcome. It's about the process, not the outcome. Not to pry, but if not a Freestrider, what are you voting for? Like, actually, it's only a few days. Yeah, let's do that. I don't want the Nationalist Party of Norvik. I mean, Ascalism seems... Earthgrid and Ascalist? What a combination. I'll be honest, this is one of the reasons why I took the job. Speaking with individuals like yourself, hearing what they have to say. No, thank you for that. She's being genuine. I'm done asking questions about you. Oh, silly me, talking about myself all the time. What about you? I am a literal walking corpse. Necromancy isn't unheard of, but... who am I to judge? Be undead if you want to. I'm gonna leave him be. I got places to be. Okay, it's auto-saving. What was that? There was something there. Huh? Hello there, sir. The kid behind the counter taps a pile of newspapers. You Potsy? What the fuck did you just call me? What? Do you read? I'm asking. You scared the poor boy out of the post. That is a good magazine. The kid looks distraught. I got XP. Never mind. Come to the Pillar Kiosk. How can I help? Welcome to the Pillar Kiosk. How can I help you today? Sure. Question. City questions. Okay. Not much traffic lately, so sure. But if my boss shows up, you gotta buy something. Else. Can you just tell me this? What do you know about the tea shop? Oh, except that it explodes? That part's pretty obvious. I was here, you know. I saw it with my own 2 eyes. He looks over your shoulder. Look over your shoulder towards the tea shop across the street. I heard it too. Definitely heard it. You see anyone suspicious? Not really. Just some normal types. The goblin was arguing with a human by the temple. Just some loud shouting and some business thing. Otherwise, pretty dead from around noon here usually. Anything you noticed? Yeah, I did see Mr. Drummer. He's the owner of the tea shop, former tea shop. Usually the tea shop opens in the afternoon on work days, so it's not weird to see him walking about the day. Chatty fellow, buys a lot of newspaper. Where's he going? I don't know. I saw him leaving the tea shop right before noon. Right before noon? Yeah, right before the massive explosion occurred. The kid cooks his tongue. When you put it like that, Look, I don't know where Mr. Drummer is or where he went. I just saw him rushing down the stairs, guessing he was heading for the water lane like everyone does. Walk me through it. Okay, I stood at the kiosk at dawn. By noon, the morning rush had calmed down. I remember the bike rack was full. Water lane workers mostly commute on the new bridge and flotilla, but the halfway bridge does see a fair share of bikers every day and night. But by noon, it was pretty dead, which is great and less work for me. Also noted on the street. Go on. I hid in the back. I thought it was, attack. He's implying a political motivation. How loud was it? Super loud. And shaky, too. I almost fell over. What about the fire? Oops. I already asked that. Oh, about the fire. I felt the heat even all the way over here. Like, kid gestures a large sphere for you. Really weird fire, and then he mutters, shrinking the size of his imagined sphere. Gone in an instant. Weird fire. Yeah, it was like it was going to sound really weird. Just lean in and say, I like weird. It was kind of blue. Blue fire indicates extreme temperatures. Only for a split second. When I looked again, the whole building was on fire, but it was normal looking fire. So I might have just imagined it. Interesting. Did the fire speak to you? Like a conversation? Yes, like right now. No? I don't know. I don't know what that would be like. Okay, did anyone else enter or leave the tea shop? No, just Mr. Drummer said, he says, confidence in his voice. It was a boring day, so I pretty much just people watched all morning. Mr. Drummer was the only one I saw leaving the tea shop all day. Well, until the explosion. Did Mr. Drummer act strange when he left? Just in a hurry, maybe. Saw him shuffle toward the stairs in the circle square. Probably heading towards down the water lane. Why water lane? It's the only place to go. Either that or the Goblin Garden, or to the city below. Goblin Garden, Dwarven built citadel, sitting in the southernmost tip of Tolstad, now the Goblin Sanctuary and Greenhouse. I don't think Mr. Drummer is a city below Time of Bird. A phrase used to describe the incredible amounts of tunnels and ruins below Norvik. Lots of monsters and stuff are down there. Also riches if you delve deep enough. See him enter? Actually, no. I never saw him enter that morning, so I guess he must have slept there or entered before dawn. And no one else entered all morning. Not a soul. Usually not too many people there in the morning or forenoon, really. I see. Yeah, are you sure? Absolutely, no doubt. He trails off, muttering to himself. He went downstairs to Pillar Crossing. That's all I saw. He's trying his best to remember. I've been going over it in my head. Pretty shocking stuff. He's just a kid. He shouldn't have to deal with such terrible things. He's strong. He should take pride in that. What else can you tell me about the owner of the tea shop? Mr. Drummer's a customer. Seems nice enough for a bird folk. Passively racist comment, yeah. I've heard he hangs out at the Sphinx a lot and that he's got connections with all sorts of folk. All sorts of folk? Politically. Asgulls use a tea shop a lot. I've seen some buddies involved in that scene. That's all about the tea shop. Alright. Let's see. What is it made? Name of Dame. News in Norvik. Norvikian Post. Shivers and Shrieks. Modern Man. Like, tell me the news. Boy stares at you. He's thinking about how to explain this to you. So here's the thing. We sell newspapers here. I'm gonna rush. Kid glances around the corner of the shop and then shrugs. Fine, don't tell anyone. He grabs a copy of the Post and starts reading. Sad. It would have been more fun if you grabbed the news in Norvik. That one's mostly rumors and sensationalist bullshit. That's great. The second biggest newspaper in the city, Free Strider Aligned, infamous for their gossip and lowbrow journalism. Election week, 5 parties above exclusion limit. Polling shows the Nationalists ahead at 40%. The Free Striders and Asgalis being behind at 20 each. The Arctists and Agrarians are holding out just above the limit at around 5% each. These polls are mainly done in rich areas, the human areas. Um, can't trust the polls. The party of Norvik still won't comment on the missing paladin. The Gorm Skaldman fellow's been gone for months at this point, but here's the drama. He was last spotted heading down into the city below. Maybe he's stuck fighting an undead or something. Or maybe he's dead, after having fought some undead or whatever. Perfect place for a paladin, neglecting his duties for a party in disgrace. It's like, starts at the bottom of the page. Apparently, the party in Norvik is going to hold the election without him on the official list of members. Lord Patriarch Akisam cannot be reached for a comment, it says. So Fool Lord Trollman will now head the list, and Coin Lord Darrow will be number 2. I wonder how that'll go. Too bad for Lord Gorn, unless he's found before actual election day, of course. If you're heading down in the city below, you should look for him. We'll see. Sure. Anyway, he mutters and turns the page. Asgulus rally is held all over the city. There's an op-ed about how the chant is being printed illegally and needs to be stopped. If anyone knows the location for the printer used in producing the chant, please inform your nearest Free Strider office immediately. They can't do that. It's illegal to print things without a license. You don't sell the chant here, do you? No, sir. No illegal papers here. Turn the page. The Agrarian Party has lost over the entire working class vote. Over half the city guilds are giving official support to the green cause. Oh, hi Sydney, welcome. Let's see. Who live off the earth, simple farmers, people of the land, the common clay of the Ascani fields. Their political movement has been mostly swallowed by the Asgalists. And the Asgalists are workers who built the city and want to rule it. Seems only just. Their vision is fair, even sight, where those who live underneath rise up to the show their worth. After all, why can't we all share? Let's see. The other half is offered through. Yeah, the Agrarian Party seems to be out of the race, more or less, along with the Arcane Circle and the Conservational Lobby. The Arcane Circle, a small political party in Norfolk, in the latest poll, they have had half of the votes. It is run by Rubric Prax and his apprentice as infamous rotating towers in Ostergaard. So now it's a three-way tie from what I can see. The latest polls show 36% of the party of Norvik and Earth's Real theocratic organization founded to uphold the old ways, headed by some magistrates and 20-something old families. 20% of the Revolutionary Free Striders Party, and then 24% to the Asgal Workers Party. Ashland starting to leave. Good to hear. Free Striders will catch up with my vote. They'll win for sure. That's right. The Green Squads will win in the landslide. No wonder the Arcane failed. They should have had me as their leader. Then they'd win easily. Very interesting. The kid starts flipping through the rest of the pages. You become an Asgalos, gain 10 XP for choosing political stance 2 times. Right, that's it. Interesting. What? No, I just realized that there's some mention of the tea shop yet. I guess they're keeping that out of the news cycle. Who is? City, I guess. That's all the news. We want more information, you gotta buy about the owner of this tea house. My boss, the Lassos? He's a pretty nice merman. Oh, that's a cool name for a merman. Male merfolk, not to be confused with mermaid. That was a merman? Yeah. He's in the river. He likes fishing. What does he do around here? He stocks the stall usually really early in the morning. Beyond that, I think he just does other stuff. He owns a bunch of properties around the city, so he's usually pretty busy. Can I speak to him? I guess. He's not very talkative, but he usually fishes behind the kiosk in the afternoons. That's his only break from the work, I think. What does he pay you? I get about 5 crowns an hour. That's a really good salary for someone my age. Yeah, it was pretty good for you. Thanks. My brother taught me to negotiate. Your brother is wise, trust in him. Your brother is a fool. You need to rebel and fight against your oppressive exploiter. As long as you feel like you're selling your labor at a fair price, just remember, stay vigilant. Sure? I don't really know what that means, but yes, absolutely. He's trying to avoid the subject, not to cause you to become aggressive. I got some other things to ask. Alright, and I think that's all I can do. Hold on. Can I ask you a favor? Sure. There's, I've heard there's trouble down the water lane tonight. Please go and make sure nothing happens. Young and dumb added. Okay? Why do you care? He looks down. Please just do it. Okay. Okay, I got a motherfuck ton, shit ton of quests. Okay, let me... Okay, so, the owner T-Sharp is unaccounted for. Locate this birdman, find out what he knows. Dragon at Sage Leaf. Election week. Asmell's newspaper is being printed on Tallstad. You should find the location in the copy press and the name of the secret editor. Here's gonna be trouble down the water line tonight on your first day in Tallstad. You should check it out. Okay, that's the river quest. Phoenix Folio. After your river adventure, your old spellbook should find a service provider who can find it for you. Ooh, I would like to look through trash. Yay! Do not. You did not. Just... Let me get this clear. You find yourself out on the Pillar Road. You see a cardigan tree in the bin. It's been out there for God knows how long, and you think to yourself, what the hell? I'll just eat some trash. No, 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 you're not eating trash from the fucking trash can. It's really funny. It is done. You are too late. Listen, man, maybe you don't know what exactly is going on here, but in this world of ours, but you don't need to lower yourself this way. Correct. A man does not consume garbage unless it's very tasty garbage. Taking stuff is great, but you can't just take a half-eaten pastry out of the trash, man. You know the voices, they don't control you. Leave. I have my trash pastry. But not here. No, let me click. Great Perch of Norvik. And what are you? Old symbol of an old regime. Read the sign. Wooden boards have faintly glowing lettering on them. Floating just an inch above the surface, the name of several locations are spelled out. A common type of magical ink creates permanent message on any surface until it is spelled, of course. This appears to be more advanced kind, which with magic mouth-like ability. It can react to your command and reshape temporarily. Which way is Arrow House? Up the temple slope with golden stairs. Full stat center. Up the temple slope through the whole route. You do not have time to stroll on the temple stat. The road down to the steps. Just follow the, massive pillar rising endlessly in the sky, and you'll find Pillar Road pretty easily. Stat Field, local park, Goblin Garden. Painted letters do not reshape into a guided message. It had magical properties over it. It would say downstairs over grass into tunnel glory to sage leaf, probably choice water lane view. Down the temple, across the circle, through the garden, tunnel, over the crossing. Good time. All who pass are mined to keep. Who are you? The duck. A dark iron can of man sits alone on the temple steps. His face is obscured, an axe strapped to his back. Thick axe, heavy. This is a real man, hero. I have some questions for you, good night. His helm is slumped downward slightly. Are you okay? No response. Hello? Metallic scraping noise fills your ears. The knight is moving, ever so slightly. His head turns. Your name? Soldier? His voice echoes out into the open chamber. Your dread. The knight's head slumps once again. Speak your mind, soldier. Who are you? He is silent for a while. You feel a light breeze pass your armor. The duck. Excuse me? I am the duck. Quack! The knight does not respond. He does not wish to share more. Are you Lord Gorm? No. I'm looking for Lord Gorm. Have you seen him? No. How do I open the gate downstairs? I have a key. Oh, can I have it? No. You're too weak for that. This man is correct. You need to get your strength up first. The city below is dangerous. You should make sure you prepare properly before heading down there. Perhaps bring more spells. Perhaps make sure to recuperate enough to once again be able to cast higher tier spells. It is embarrassing that you have not returned to your former state of esoteric mastery. Oh, I missed it. Marfell. Do not tread without care. Why are you loitering here? I am not. A cold voice echoes throughout the chamber. What are you doing then? I am on my off hours. You sitting here? In a temple? Response. I too would like to hang out in this dusty temple. His helmet turns slightly. But I won't force you to hang out with me. Some metal creaking is all you hear from the night. Your manhunt is infinitely tiny in comparison. Whom do you serve? I serve Radiant. Yes? Once again, he turns to look at you, the darkness within his helmet seeming to reach out towards you. As if grabbing hold of the very air, you feel everything around you grow cold. Oh, okay. I serve nothing. The knight sits completely still and does not answer your question. Got it. No response. This creature holds no grudges, yet hollow disposition taunts your senses. You feel invalid next to this man. You must learn from his ways. Attempt to have a firm discussion about masculinity. Sure, why not? No! You feel anger rising, aggression. Yes, this is the only way you ever lived to this ideal man in front of you. He does not even look at you. Oh no! Oh no, what have I done? Take a step forward to your car. Knight doesn't have to react. This is war. Oh no, I'm gonna die. What? Oh, I'm dead. That moves slightly ascending. And I go out of the chamber. This is an amazingly terrible idea. Silence, coward. Holy shit, this guy's fast. You're fucking dead. He does not raise a hand towards you. You see the scurrying of shadows over the corner of your vision. Your teeth. Your body convulses as the shadows wrap themselves around your being. A chunk of your being is ripped from the stem. You don't see anything. I am dead. Oh, I rolled a nat 20 on a death save. The Dark Knight is sitting on the stairs in front of you as if nothing happened. Your breathing is unsteady, legs trembling. How the hell are you still standing? Can I give up now? The knight seems to accept this as the end of the encounter. He sees you pose no threat to this in this state. He just sits there ready for a good talk. Stare at him. Breathe heavily. The knight turns to look at you through his helmet. A little more. Wait a little bit longer. Soldier, your presence is unwanted. Present your query, then leave these hallowed grounds. How does one become a true warrior? A warrior. The knight places an iron gauntlet on his knee and leans forward. The whispering wheeze escapes the slits in his helmet. Serve. Until the coast falls on itself, until Jor breaks the veil, and every god rips and tears a reality into shreds. Serve well, serve loyally. That is what a true warrior does, no matter what. The wheezing stops. Right, thanks. He nods his head slowly. Wait, who do you serve again? Vishkin. Wait, is Vishkin the guy that at the desk? No, that's not. The mortician. With a sudden force, the Dark Knight slams his axe into the ground. Darkness creeps through the hall. Within you. Do not speak of that soldier. I won't tell anyone. He returns to his still position. Do not. The knight is now waiting for another question. Luckily, he didn't kill you. What do you know about the tea shop? Not much. He'll talk. Why? Not like you can act on him. Did you see anything suspicious with the explosion? No. Got it. Below. I need more than that, my good knight. The walls shook like the crypt. I was on patrol. I was not in a position to perceive any, misdoings. There are thousands of tombs and crypts scattered below the ancient metropolis. The city below is endless, and most of it stands unexplored to this day. Wait, what were you patrolling for? He is silent and still for a moment. I have my purpose. As do you, soldier. Do not pry too deep. Noted. He places an iron hand on his knee, waiting for the next question. That is a firm yet gentle reminder that he could crush you in an instant. Now some other questions. What's with the mess? Point at the ballot boxes. Without lifting his head, the knight answers in cold tone. Election. It says this where it's being held? No reply. What are you voting for? The knight doesn't need to move. You become even more Asgalis, getting 15 XP for choosing this political stance 3 times. It stirs. His silence tells you nothing of life, of the human experience. Other questions? Okay. Inventory. Apple. Wow! My inner voices were giving me shit about picking up from the trash, but that trash treat really fucking healed me. Lobster? And okay. Bird folk on the run, his shop in ruins. What sort of business did he conduct there? Contemplate the dragon Holstad. Famous goblin leader. Her reach is sharp, her gaze strong. She wants you to investigate the tea shop and report to her. Onto that report much. You're young and brash. You've been there. But both sides want what's best for the city. Perhaps that is a solution. Contemplate the missing paladin. Oops. Missing paladin. He was last seen here on Tolstad. Many knew of him. Find him, you will surely be rewarded. Contemplate the Lich House. They do not tell you the whole truth. There are deals in the background you are not privy to. Tread carefully around the pale man or helpers. I think, okay, once I fall the river. It was not an accident. You are not so clumsy. But the question here is not why you fell. The question is, why do you live? Okay. Actually... these are just recasts. They still take... Oh, right, because there's time passing and stuff. Okay. The election is looming. You must defend a city. That guy almost fucking killed me. Holy shit. Okay, now let's... Ooh, bag. Greasy. Oily instructions. You hold up the paper, finding it's an actual torn out page of a book. The name in the margin suggests the book is called Gnome Starter Guide, an esoteric memorization. The first step to understanding esoteric memorization is understanding the underlying powers at play. Draw strings stretched across the coast, invisible to the eye, yet connected to all living and dead. The spell is simply a set of rules you must follow in order to manipulate those strings into esoteric effect. Yet, those rules are themselves esoteric in nature. As such, most wizards will find it impossible to remember more than a handful of spells at a time. Keep reading. This is the big divide between cantrips and actual spells, as cantrips are both easy to remember and will not consume a spell slot. Spell slots are the common representation of how many spells each level a caster is able to perform without rest. As a gnome, you're naturally gifted in the art of illusion magic. Other schools will be difficult to memorize. A suggested harmless spell to use in training is the first level First level spell, Grease. To increase your chances at memorization, attempt to cast it at least 2 times per day. In the margins, there's a handwritten note that you managed to spot. It's written hastily in bold, like the author really wanted to hype themselves up. XP. It says, every evening and every lunch break at your work, remember, you can do it. Esoteric mishap, magic is a blade without a handle, and so on. Indeed, grease is a dangerous spell. Learn it all. You quickly memorize the piece of paper. That's something, at least. Okay. That's a big bird! You see a bird sitting on the halfway bridge ruins. It is large, its beady eyes staring into nothing. Greetings, servant of the river. The bird does not appear to ride to you. The giant seal. You have a number of traumatic run-ins with them during your youth. A native Ascani bird. They're an opportunistic feeder upon the coast, hunting various large monsters, fish and crustaceans, as well as scraps left by folks. They are seldom aggressive despite their size. They are not normally a danger to anyone. I will respect Birdie's space. I can't talk to you. Let me do... food. By the way, you can always trifle safely just to see what something has. Okay, got it. I can't believe I crit that death save. Oh, there's a tea house. Tea shop entrance. Amidst scorch marks and cracked masonry, you approach the doorway. There are several planks blocking the passage. The tea shop. Take a peek inside. Fastened with several nails, you'll see paper. Coin Lords meet update. At the top it says in bold lettering, City notice, no trespassing. Coin Lords, magistrate handling, minting, trade, and financing of the public works and tithes. Currently held by Nicholas Darrow in the Tolston district. Does this include me? Perhaps not. Try touching it. As you do, subtle ripples of blue energy appear on your gloved hand. It is sealed. As you move away from your hand, faint armor shimmers in dark translucent blue, then fades away. The tea shop blew up. Just standing near the door makes it clear that there is a blocking spell cast on it. Standard procedure for crime scenes. Rude to lock people out. Crime scenes should be public viewing. Remember that you are here on behalf of the goblins. You still have not spoken to their chieftain. Ah, yeah, you're right. Only peeky. You catch glances of still shadows beyond. Counter, fallen, wooden beam. Look around on the scorch marks. Marks go far. The flames must have been enormous. Very clear sign of esoteric power. Trespassing. Then it continues with finer writing. By the order of the Coin Lord Darrow, the following premises are under seizure under suspicious criminal offense. Unlawful trespassing will be liable under 13 holster contempt. A collection of laws surrounding lawful citizens' arrest. Action. Trifle! Money. Bikes? Bike racks are stationed in many places around the city, usually in locales with lots of stairs. There's a stillness here, an uncommon sight at the heart of the city. Is this particular bike is yours? The chain lock. You lean in and take a closer look. The rusty chain seems brittle, but wrapped so hard around the tire that it could be annoying to get off even if you have the key. Why would you wrap it like that? You should take better care of this magnificent bike. Good, no one will take your bike. Not even you, apparently. Wait, is this my bike? Yes, you fool. Keep it. Keep up. Sure is. Best way to travel in Norfolk, especially, is, of course, is on this godforsaken island fortress. Where's the key? Not here. Did you lose it somewhere? Could getting key be a quest? That does sound like a quest that you would get. Find the missing key. Mystery of the key by key. Something like that would be perfect. No quest found here. Just sadness. Damn. The key is probably at the bottom of the river along with the rest of your dignity. Hold on, when exactly did I come to Tolstead? On March 21st, evening. Then you fell. This is as far as you came. The pain, the sudden and striking, and the hair on the back of your neck stands on end as you sense a sudden shift. Was I alone? No. A shove in the dark, swift and deadly. An anti-city hate crime if I ever saw one. I stumbled over the stone railing. Yes. Do I recall anything important? You changed the bike, you stood up, then pain. That's all I remember. Where is he? The dwarven girl gazes around the halfway bridge before her eyes land on you. Does nothing for a while, just staring at you, no real reaction in her face. Is it? Looks around, clearly nervous. You're worrying her. by your presence alone. I'm waiting here for a friend, but she hasn't shown up yet. I can help with that. Oh, okay. Fidgets with her hands and clears her throat. The girl is neurotic and introverted. Me. That's a mean way of phrasing it. But it's true. Her body language feels a lot too much. She has glasses. She wears a green coat. She's human, but not much taller than me. I'll go look for your phone glasses. Okay. Don't spend too much time on Tolstein alone, so I'm a bit lost. Thanks. Thanks. Oh, wait. Halfway bridge connects to the palace and the rest of this room. These bikes are hilarious. Oh, I can go in there. Go in there. Sleeping for service. Come back after midnight-ish. Okay. There's someone on the roof. Get up there. Let me look at my questing tree. So this is where I was. Tea house is here. Money, money, money. Okay, some goblins here, so maybe I'm in the right spot. Yeah. Ooh, what are you? The ruffler spell are ladies' apartments. What are you? Braxo penciling. Ugh. Goblin guard is in the head. You can feel it.
Yeah.
You raise your head towards the sky. Above you sits a tiny red creature. His wings flutter in the wind, flutter faintly in the wind. He's just a little guy with wings reading his newspaper. A fiend throws a quick glance at your way. He's annoyed. Staring at your piece of paper, he does not acknowledge your presence. What you reading? A sigh escapes the fiend. He slowly puts down the paper. The paper is actually from a torn-out page from a magazine. I like the funny pictures. I believe the fiend is being sarcastic. I like the pictures too. Yeah, I imagine you would. He's mocking you. Wait, he says, leaning in to get a good look at you. Earth guard? Cleric? How's you doing here? A reaction. Your presence is uncommon. Fine, usual. Very well. I won't get in your way. I, for one, am very happy for your presence. This place has gone downhill since the city had let the goblins and bears run amok. We need some damn order in this place. Nice words. So, if you need any legal advice, just let me know. He gives you a sharp smirk. You should be aware that the fact this is a literal devil. Let's see. Are you a barrister? A tiny barrister? Can you give me some free legal advice? Should I invest in stocks? What about alignment? What does this law have to say about resurrections? Armed person, citizen. You ever done Tisha? What's your take? You blew up. Not sure what else you want here. Why do you think it blew up? Honestly, I haven't seen like a blast zone like that since the Coast War. A near-century spanning conflict between every great nation in the Arcane era. Scholars estimated it claimed more than half of the entire human population. It is said to have begun in 389 AE by the inciting spark of the assassination of Priestess Ilona, and is generally agreed to have concluded with the fall of Phazon in 1457 years ago. And you didn't hear this from me, but this little fellow trusts you. He is your friend. The scorch marks look like those from a fireball, but not the kind you get from a true high pit fiend. We're talking like high wizard level wizard stuff. Be careful, cleric. Powerful forces are at work here. Thinking about it for a few more seconds, it makes it clear to me that it's all a big cover-up. Wouldn't be the first city-trained spellcaster that goes a little off-hinged. There's corruption in every city, even in the great city of Norvik. Other than that, not feeling that self-incriminating or anything, but could be a fiend or an elemental. I mean, Waterlane has shipments from Kargamish every other month. Maybe a fire elemental slip through. Uh, don't look at me like that. Worst thing I can do is turn into a bat. Abnormally handsome bat, of course. Permission of public gathering. Yeah, I think that's where you're getting at. He throws a look over his shoulder. He is aware of the dwarf's plight. He finds the dwarf as annoying as you do. How long does it take to get a PPG? A week, depending on your contact and your pouch. What did you get? Fired? Huh? Strange. Well, it just seems like such a strange mistake. Asgilists are known for many things, but making a mistake like that ain't one of them. I don't know. Just seems strange. Though, if the dwarves are got an expired document, they should leave. They have no legal right to be there. What would you look for if you're investigating? Wording. Legalese can be pretty complicated, and a good barrister could twist stuff into oblivion. Other than that, I check the basics. Names, spelling, dates. A single lithographic error can cause a landslide of troubles. I know that from experience. And takes a deep breath. A permission of public gathering is a legal document showing the intent of the magistrate of a certain district to allow an individual of a party represented by that individual to gather in a public space, such as a town, square, street, city tunnel, or to perform, protest, exclaim, fraternize, or any other non-commercial activity. Can I have one? Not for me. Ask Darrow. Nicholas Darrow, chosen magistrate of Tolstead, a man known for little else other than being the great son of Borgo Darrow, the legendary right-hand man of Earth. Or maybe don't, unless you got some really important message to deliver to the people. Okay. That's all about PPG. I'm getting hungry. I should sit snack soon. He stares off in the distance. You were saying? What about Charm Person? Charm Person. Such a fascinating spell. Of course, all spellcasters are required to register Norvik. It's the same in not all completely chaotic city-states. There are certain spells that are just not allowed at all, like Fireball as a popular example. The Charm Person, despite its devilish mind control, is legal if it's cast by a registered cleric or city-hired interrogating mage. Private entities are not allowed to learn or cast it, although I can promise you many still do. Good to know. What do you have? What was the last name? Resurrections? That is one hell of a question. He smirks for a while. The higher tier resurrections aren't illegal. They're just not available anymore. After returning a dead person back to life, there are many spells that do this, from a weak Revivify to the legendary True Resurrection. Third level Necromancy spell. If used within 60 seconds of death, the body isn't too ruined. The target is brought back to life. So, if Charm Person is, like, only allowed by certain people, why did that guy give me that scroll so easily? Why did he have it? Your cleric would know better than me, but spells over the 4th or 5th are rarely seen these days. If you want to know why, go pray. Your god grants you magic. In wisdom, he only grants higher power when needed. In your lifetime, it has not been needed a lot. After Earth died, it had been a bit hard for even the top-ranking clerics to manage higher-tier magic. At least you believe what the rumors at the towers, which you should. There's Revivify, that's it. High-ranking officials love having clerics around, but for this one spell, bunch of pussies. Does a murder still count if the victim is unresurrected? He thinks about the question for a bit. There's been cases, heard of a man stabbed in a bar fight, bled out just in time for a drunk cleric to arrive, cast a Revivify by the bloke to live, and the stabber ended up being charged with a major transgression of personal well-being. And that's not murder per se, but I'd argue it has more to do with the fellow's barrister making it clear that the judiciary there were no killing intent. So not an accident, but not a murder, just a brawl gone too far. But that'd be a hard sell if the victim wasn't breathing. Oh, hi guys! Thanks for stopping by. A complex scenario, something clerics often have to contend with. But in most cases, I'd say yes. So don't go around murdering folk and reviving them, cleric. That'd be a waste of a spell slot, yes. And evil. Also a bit funny. Very funny. Would be kind of funny, but, you know, don't. Are you legally considered alive after resurrection? Yes, for all intents and purposes, but you are alive. Undeath, on the other hand, would be a very different affliction. How is that defined? For as long as the necromancy is considered of divine origin and the soul is considered to be a healthy body, then it is considered a normal resurrection. If the origin is more black magic shit, as they say, or some kind of corpse animation, then it would be considered as bodily sacrilege. That's top tier criminal offense. How top is it? Oh, I don't know. Does death absolve your crimes? Now you're asking real questions. But no, it does not. There's been actual laws signed in old kingdoms over this shit. He leans in, looks and decided, you got the devil going. Is this a good thing? So, classic story, alright? The real bad guy is caught murdering his neighbor. Real sick shit. He's executed after a quick trial. Justice wins again. Everyone's happy. But surprise, some holy man raises him up a couple months later. Death and rebirth. Holy man or foul necromancer. In this situation, the bad guy did technically pay for his crimes. His life was taken by the state. Just because somebody gave it back to him doesn't change that, right? Well, people weren't too happy with that, as you can imagine. Thus, the common legal term for these cases of punishment is DIP. Stands for death in perpetuity. Kind of funny when you think about it. When death isn't makes total sense. It does. The city of Norvik might be a bit of a bureaucratic mess at times, but believe me, the lawkeepers know their shit. So, to keep criminals dipped, most states tend to hide, lock up, or simply burn corpses and spread their ashes during using non-resurrectable methods. So, a properly dipped dead guy shouldn't be able to return without the use of some miraculous 9th level spell, which obviously isn't too likely. That's all I want to ask. Are you a barrister? A tiny barrister? No, I have no legal position. I'm just fairly knowledgeable in the magistrate's code. So he works with the city law. Ask him for details. What type of work you do? If you love what you do, you never work a day in your life, he says with a smirk. So what do you do? Me? I do scribe most days. Got some connections in the palace, and believe me, whew, it's gotten me through some tough times. Ooh, I can level up. See, whenever some rich asshole needs a legal draft in a hurry, who do they send him for? The guy with the wings, that's who. Oh, he's on call, huh? For sure, but I get around quick. What do you do in your spare time? Calligraphy. The true man knows the value of lettering. Oh, and I do love me some reading, gaining experience down at the Darurian Library. Changed my life. Largest public library in Norvik. You spend many years of your youth inside the stony walls. What's it like being a little red guy? You want an honest answer or the one I tell my clients? Honest. Okay, let me put it like this. Fucking sucks donkey shit. You know what it takes to get a promotion these days? Tell me, my brother. Tell me, brother. Is it expensive? Oh, I wish. We're talking decades of servitude to some sadistic fuck that wants to return to Gorgian's greatness or some shit like that. And then, after risking your life and humiliating yourself, there's a chance that this fucking guy won't put in the effort to promoting you. And if you're unlucky, you'll turn into a freaking bug. So about these promotions. Sorry, I forgot about not everyone knows how devil can work. Let's put it like this. Devils have a ranking system. Some are lower, some are higher. Only way to get higher and metamorphose into a more powerful creature is to be promoted by someone with a higher rank. But hey, could be worse. Could be a demon. Demons are horrible, chaotic creatures that live in the rule of complete meritocracy, which would be amazing if it wasn't for the fact that they're complete ineptitude at civilization building. Chaotic evil fiend, they are the most bloodthirsty monsters and rage-crazed barbarians have fallen out of Aishi, but some are more civilized, spawn in new brain cities and realms running the endless mile. What are you gonna vote for in the election? What am I voting for? Same as you. Good guys. And that means the city, duh. The elites are quite literally feeding my trove at this point. You think I'd vote for someone on the top of them? Voting in self-interest is anyone reasonable would do. Interesting. So you're selfish in your voting. Yeah, who wouldn't be? You think those dwarves would be voting for some hippie Asgalist if they weren't the ones in the palaces? No, I don't think so. Not for a second. Anyway, you want something else? I've done. Can you give me free legal advice? Oh yes, I will gladly assist a member of the Earth Guard any day. Just ask. Should I invest in stocks? Oh. Oh. I do not give, nor have I ever given investment advice. But he looks you up and down. I should ask, have you ever bought shares before, cleric? Uh-oh. I don't think so. Okay, some basics then. Popularized by the late Divine Era human adventurer companies, a share is essentially a percentage of ownership in a certain venture. The Divine Era, the third of the 5 eras, when the first gods were born out of mortal folk and power began to entirely fall into the wonderful and fragile hand. Could be guild, could be company, could be a specific adventure, something that is supposed to grow over time so you can increase the value of your securities in that venture. It's a risky way to increase your capital without actually doing any real work. So... People stocks in me? Little red devil stares at you. If you were to set yourself as a venture, then maybe, I mean, if you could convince someone to invest in you, you know, without breaking any laws regarding investment advice, I'd be impressed, so why not? Good question. Imagine yourself in you invest in an adventuring party. You head into the Verdun Hills, dive into some Gate era tomb, and an esoteric area filled with talking cats. Gate War. Legendary conflict between the Beast of Jor, the original gods, and the many other who tried to take over Jor towards the end of the Gate era. We have little information about this conflict, but it is known it led to the closing of the gates and began the Fade era. Jor, a term for the sentient folk who aligned with Jor during the Gate era, also known for the Ancephalon folk. Most are gone today. Oh my god. Modern scholars divide history on Jor into 5 eras. They use canonically important events, such as events as starting points for these eras. Although this is easier when the arcanists of Old Demeanor still had common consensus. Not everyone agrees the so-called post-war era has ever even begun, let alone what it should be called. The current era has lasted 27 years. The name was chosen in reeds. This name is subject to change. Something weird and dangerous, but with potential or a lot of cool treasures to be found and brought back. There's a major chance those adventurers die on their journey, and if they do, you lose all the money you invested. They could make it back, in which case you get a percentage of the treasure based on your share, but how often do adventurers come back these days with a bunch of treasure these days? That's all I have to ask about stocks. I don't want to... What about alignment? Ah, yes, the overrules of morality. Lorvik does not moralize over alignment officially, nor does most of the city-states across the coast. Why don't we lock up the evil folk? And you being a devil, are you... But why? Look, I'm really no expert. If you want one of these, I suggest you head down to the water lane. Scholar Appledent has an office there. He'll be sure to indulge you. He cackles and squints at you. That halfling's got one hell of a green lean, if you catch my drift. So be careful not to catch any bad ideas from him. You hear? You know what? Let me. No, okay, that's. Ooh, wait, there's something here. Imposing tree. You look up the branches of a bracken tree, and you stand. It stands in the tall garden, towering over you. Sorry, I'm getting a little tired. It is majestic. Nature is reaching tall and deep. These roots grow into the city and may even below the river. Touch tree. Your hands land firmly on the bark. Good tree. Strong tree. Connecting with the natural world. Well done. Look up at the branches above. The wind causes the leaves to dance. Wait, between the branches, high above. Oh, is that a hole in the bark? Oh, just wide enough for you to stick your hand inside. Something glimmers in there. Treasure in a bird's nest. You have a feeling this could end really badly. Then again, risk and reward, right? It could cause great physical harm if you fell from that height, and the heights are scary. Oh, I can't save. Don't. You look away. Not worth it. Like a birch, but thicker, made by primal forces of Ascani. One of the three pillars of magic, it is represented in the natural, wild, savage, and elemental forces of Jor. They cannot be controlled, only bargained with. Hi, tree. Okay, I'm gonna try it. Pressing your entire body against the rough bark, you slowly make your way to upwards. Wrapping your body around the trunk, you lift yourself up. The bark is rough enough for you to get a pretty firm grip despite the vertical nature of this feat you're attempting. One foot and hand movement after another, each holding on to dear life. You take a deep breath and reach up towards the upper branches. That's when you realize you're nowhere close to where you thought you were. Hold on now. Grabbing onto the air is not a good idea. You fumble about. Suddenly, your roll drops around you. Oh my god! You slip. Your feet slip from the bark, your soul falling into hell. And instantly, you hit the ground. Something cracks, sending you shooting pain up your leg and arm. Tree towers over you, taunting you. Straight off. You have worse. Okay, bye. Bye, tree. How do I cast a spell? We're good. Goblin artwork. Green face is splattered across the facade, staring wildly toward the flaming sky and the dragon right across it. Or something like that. Can you call this art? What does it mean? They believe the dragon in their dragon queen. Such worship should be encouraged, if only for Earth and if only it was for Earth instead. It represents devotion, albeit in an asinine way. The coins stand for all the fat loot dragon brought. The fat loot the dragon brought to her people. Could get behind that. The fire is the soul, boundary between the real and the heartful. What does this tell me about the state of Norvik? Nothing really. That goblins are artists. See, all folks seek belief. They have simply made out of this one. Sorry, I can't read. They have simply made out of this supposed dragon lady. A coherent thought from a real one. From the red one? Impressive. They should worship Earth instead. There we go. Back to insanity. You step forward. The painted stone on the surface is smooth. This is no cheap dwarven rock. This is Gate-era architecture disguised among the rest. Ooh. Tell me your secrets. Ooh. You sense a crack in the wall that wasn't there before. Then you hear the voice, a faint voice, a hoarse voice. Secrets end when spoken. Oh good, you're not crazy. Ooh, I'm talking to a wall now. What's like being a wall? Galmar. Nothing good, nothing bad. Nothing in isolation. What do you know about Norvik? Nothing. Who built you all? A god. Cool it with the heresy. I'm devoted to the servant of Earth. I don't understand. I don't listen to any other gods. Which god? Mestra. Never heard of that god. Oh, it was a DC 20. Sounds like a weak god to have been forgotten like that. How old are you? 15 times a lead. How many years is that? 2,000. What is your name? Chansey. That's a pretty name. Okay. What is your political affiliation? Here. Perfect response. Are you sure you understand the question? Yes. Alright then. Those are the questions. I have all. Give it a pat. Okay. The crack disappears as quickly and silently as it came to. That was surely an esoteric event, or else you're turning mad. Bow to the law. Thank you for your time. Let me check all this stuff. How do I level up? There. Okay, so... let's go upping my wisdom. Let me take a look around here a little bit more. These are some goblins. It'll take time. Oh, oops. Resume. You know, okay, I think the Goblin Queen lady is up next, and I have a feeling, I think this guy is on the front of the game art, so I think I'm actually going to leave it here for now. This is a very interesting game. It's a lot of reading, but I'm very interested. It's a very expansive and very thorough world building we got here, so I'm excited to see where this goes. So if nothing comes up and nothing happens with me, we will be back again on Thursday, same time, same place, on Twitch, 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.